Good evening, you're welcome to another edition of your favorite game plan show here on Pulse. We are streaming live on our Facebook page, Pulse Ghana Sports. We're also on Twitter on Pulse Sports GH, on Instagram as well as Snapchat. My name is Fiifi Anaman, and just as we always do, I'll give you, the rundown of what is happening in the world of sport in terms of what is happening in our country, Ghana. Now let me just run you through the topics we'll be discussing today. I'll be telling you about the Black Starlets. Here there's this particular player who has been attracting interest from top European clubs. I'll be telling you about that. I'll also be speaking about Sulley Muntari and his brother Sulley Muniru. Remember I told you about them last week. Well, they're in the news again, and this time it's sad news. I'll be touching on that a bit. I'll also be telling you about Kwadwo Asamoah. When was the last time you heard of him? Yes, Kwadwo Asamoah is in the news. I'll be discussing him as well. And I'll also be talking about Razak Brimah. Razak Brimah, the controversial goalkeeper of the Black Stars. Okay, so without much ado, let me delve straight into action. We'll start off in the camp of the Black Starlets, and one of their players, one of the star players of the side, indeed, he's called Emmanuel Toku. Most of you may have noticed him. He plays from the right wing, but he's a left-footed player, very, very skillful, and quite short. Most people have talked about him. He scored 2 goals in our second game against the host Gabon. We won that game by 5-0, and then in the semi-final against Niger, he was the man of the match as well. So he has been one of the best players of the Starlets during the tournament in Gabon, where we finished second to the Malians. Now, news coming in is that he has attracted interest from top European clubs. Now, who are these clubs? 2 in France, actually, and 1 in England. The 2 in France are PSG. Can you imagine? Paris Saint-Germain have expressed interest in Emmanuel Toku, as well as Lyon, which used to be the club of Ghanaian football legend Michael Essien. And when we go to England, we are talking about Manchester City. Manchester City love Ghanaian players, don't they? I mean, they've signed a couple of them, at the youth level in the past few years. And now they are after Emmanuel Toku. If what the chairman of Cheetah FC is saying is anything to be believed, now, Abdul Hayate, who is the president of Cheetah FC, says that we have received offers from French sides, PSG, Lyon, and Manchester City, but no decision has been made yet. So yes, he was saying that in a conversation with Ghana Soccernet, that's the president and chairman of Cheetah FC, where Emmanuel Toku plays. He also said that when we return from the tournament, we will look through and see which offer is the best for Toku. So yes, exciting times for Emmanuel Toku, the first of the current Black Stars crop to start, Ghanaian buzz. Remember, they have a lot of interesting players in there. They have Idris, Mohamed Idris, Tampiko, as people call him, very, very good player, also plays at Cheetah FC. And they also have Captain Eric Eya in their fold as well. So that's it for Emmanuel Toku, the 16-year-old maestro of the Starlets. Let me move on to our next topic. We'll be talking about Sulley Muntari and his brother Sulley Muniru. On a rather sad note, now their dad, Alhaji Muniru, passed away on Monday. Now, yesterday, a close family source confirmed this to pulse.com.ga. The person said that Alhaji Muniru had been sick for a while and finally kicked the bucket. That was on Monday. So sad news coming in for Sulley Muntari and Sulley Muniru, and want to wish Alhaji Muniru a peaceful rest. Alhaji Muniru was very, very influential in the career of Sulley Muntari, especially. Remember, Muntari has been in a lot of scandals, a lot of problems with the Ghana Football Association. You remember during the Olympic Games in Athens in 2004, he threatened to walk out of camp. During the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, he was sacked from camp for misconduct or for assaulting a Black Stars management committee member, Moses Ama. So yes, Muntari has been through a lot with Ghana, and anytime his problems come up, Alhaji Muniru is always there to apologize on his son's behalf. According to what you are hearing, he was dearly loved by his son Sulley Muniru, who plays at Steaua Bucharest, or who doesn't have a club these days, if what we are hearing is true about his contract being terminated in Romania. And of course, Sulley Muntari, who was recently relegated alongside Pescara in the Italian Serie A. So that's it for the Muntaris, or the Munirus, as many people would call them. We'll move on to our next topic, which is that Kwadwo Asamoah. Kwadwo Asamoah. Now, you know, Ghana coach Kwesi Appiah named the squad. He didn't name Kwadwo Asamoah, and Kwadwo Asamoah hasn't played for the Black Stars since the 2014 World Cup. In fact, his last game for the Black Stars was against Portugal, and we lost that game in Brazil. Now, a lot of injuries have hampered him. He's been at Juventus since 2012. For the last 5 years, played 5 seasons and made over 150 appearances, scored 5 goals. And, you know, many people are saying it's time for him to move on. But where does he move? Now, we'll give you the options as per what the media has been reporting. Now, if you go to Turkey, the Turkish media is saying that Kwadwo Asamoah might just be signing for Fenerbahce, Galatasaray. The second one, Galatasaray, are reported to have made an offer to Juventus for Kwadwo Asamoah. And then in England as well, we have 2 clubs chasing his signature. We have West Ham United and Southampton. Now, Kwadwo Asamoah is estimated to cost around £10 million. So yes, if a club is able to fork out this amount of money, they might have Kwadwo Asamoah in their phone. Now, Asamoah, of course, has won 5 Scudetti, which is the Italian Serie A title with Juventus. He's also won 3 Coppa Italia titles. He's also been to the Champions League final before, although it was in a season where he didn't play much because of injury. Now, in the 2014-15 season and the 2015-2016 season, Kwadwo Asamoah didn't play a lot of games. The first one, he played about 10 games in all competitions. Second one, played 13 games in all competitions. So he's had a bit of a difficult time in the last few years. But we're hoping that now that he's 28 and looking to move on after Juventus final against Real Madrid in the Champions League this upcoming weekend, he might just find a good club for him to continue to grow. Remember, he's been through a lot in terms of the where, even to play on the field. He's been played at left back, at left wing back, as a playmaker, in central midfield, everywhere. Kwadwo Asamoah has been. We hope to finally see him doing what he loves doing. So let's just go on to our last topic. Razak Brimah is in the news. Now, what is happening? Remember, during the AFCON in Gabon, Razak Brimah put out a video, and in that video was a lot of expletives, a lot of insults to his critics, saying, you know, a lot of things that I really can't say on the show because it's prime time and because also, you know, on the internet, and we are seeing human beings. So we'll just let that go. Now, after that, the GFA obviously fined him $2,500. That was in January. Now we are in May now, moving into June, and Razak Brimah has not paid the money. Can you imagine? You pissed off Ghanaians. You know, you pissed us off real bad. We find you. Many people are even saying they should sack you from the camp. Now they just find you. Now just come and pay the money to $2,500. Razak Brimah, you've not paid. Why? That's what is happening in this camp. He has played just 5 games in all competitions for Cordoba this season. Long season, no. About 30 games. This guy has played only 5 games. And he had the nerve to go on video to insult Ghanaians. Oh boy, we never be more. I mean, Razak Brimah, come on, pay the money so we could move on from this incident. He's not been called for the Black Stars, of course. Kwesi Appiah named the squad, and he wasn't in there. So yes, that's what is happening in the camp of Razak Brimah, who plays at Cordoba in the Spanish Segunda Division. That's it. That's all time will allow us for on tonight's episode of the Game Plan Show. My name has been Fiifi Anaman, and Godfred will return tomorrow with the show. We don't know exactly when he will come your way, so please stay tuned. We might come your way in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Who knows? See you.